fact, up in Derbyshire at Buxton, the temperature didn't manage to struggle above 2 degrees all day. And it's this high pressure area over here that's responsible. It's dragging in some very cold and cloudy weather off the continent. There are weather fronts about. There's one just out to the west of Ireland at the moment. That'll continue to make some eastward progress overnight, coming in across parts of Northern Ireland, northwest Scotland, before eventually just beginning to wiggle its way out of the way towards the north once more tomorrow. A lot of cloud though around tonight, and that does mean there'll be perhaps a few patches of mist and fog around, notably in the south, up over the higher ground at first, and over the higher ground in the east we could well see some patchy drizzle as well. A lot of cloud. What breaks there are in the cloud now in western areas just beginning to fill in a little bit, and during the night we'll see some rain pushing in from the west into western parts of mainland Scotland, as well as the outer and inner Hebrides, and the western side of Northern Ireland just coming into the rain too. But what cloud there is could just be a little bit problematical. If it tends to just come and go for a short time, it could easily drop into some fog. That fog could be quite short-lived, clearing up again as soon as the cloud returns. And the same's true too of the frost tonight. It's going to be patchy really. I think up in the Great Glen of Scotland dropping down to around -2, but in other areas staying around 1 or 2 degrees above freezing, though there'll always of course be the odd spot that drops down to 0. Well, the wind's still quite strong up in the Western Isles at the moment, but as we go through the night, so you can see those wind arrows diminishing and decreasing, so becoming moderating the winds there, but still quite strong up in the far northeast of Scotland later on tomorrow. That's why we're still going to have most of the rain in that northwest corner, but eventually it'll begin to push its way back out towards the Atlantic again. A good deal of cloud, and as today, some of the best of the sunshine just in these sheltered western areas, but always rather misty in many eastern points, and temperatures not far from around 5 degrees Celsius wherever you are. Some of the warmest weather, in fact, right up here out on the Western Isles there. The New Year's weather map's not too different really. It should be a dry night wherever you are if you're seeing the New Year in out of doors. By New Year's Day though, we will begin to see a belt of cloud and rain pushing its way in from the west, just preceded by a little bit of sleet and snow over the highest ground at first, before we finally see a change to rather more showery weather. That's it from me. Let me wish you a Happy New Year.
Entertainment for Saturday night on 1 starts with Bob's Full House at 5:20. Then at 6 o'clock, The Flying Doctors Are Needed in Cooper's Crossing.
That's what you're saying, isn't it? She could just turn her face to the wall, die.
At 6:45, a festive edition of That's Show Business.
BBC have spared no expense at all to add to the festive jollities.
And if your jollities are beginning to flag, Les Dawson will make Saturday go with a bang. At 7:20. At 8 o'clock, Michael J. Fox is Teen Wolf.
Whatever it is, son, you can tell me. I'll understand.
No, Dad. No.
At 9:45, a murderous midnight caller greets the return of Jack Killian.
Wait a minute. What's the point? What are you trying to prove?
You're not as smart as you sound, Jack.
You're the point.
Think on it.
Entertainment for Saturday night on BBC1.
In our film, in 50 minutes, Sylvester Stallone recreates the character of rags-to-riches boxer Rocky Balboa, who climbs back into the ring for another tilt at the world champion in Rocky II. First on 1, we join Jasper Carrott, and that's after the break.